All right, you all. So I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything meaningful. Apologies, everyone. I've just been pretty busy lately. I do work otherwise, but this is more of a hobby that we partake in. So we've actually been over here before. This is an area of the foothills that we're passing through. And currently we're over here on Bureau of Land Management land. So we're headed back up to this mining complex. We came up here once before. It's a bit of a long hike, probably about 8-9 miles one way. So we're actually backpacking tonight. We're going to spend 2 nights over here. Our packs are extremely heavy. Have a lot of water, food. I get a little hungry when we do these hikes, so I don't know how you all super skinny people do it on granola bars and protein bars, but that just isn't going to cut it for me. So we brought a couple of cans of ravioli. Oh yeah, high class there, but it's kind of filling. It's okay, and it's great warmed up on the fire after you've hiked many miles. But anyhow, we have this long ways to go, and when we make it up to the top, I'll update everybody. So we have a lot of climbing. We've already climbed up about 500 feet in elevation, and we have about another 1,300 to go. But so it's going to be a little challenging with all of what we're carrying. We have the tent, we have everything, we have the whole 9 yards. But I will update as we go. Climbing some more. We're actually, we've come a pretty long ways up. We're actually just about up this mountain now. We still probably have at least another 300, 400 feet of elevation gain, but we've done the lion's share of it now. We've climbed up right now about 1,200 feet. You can see way down there, I'll zoom in a little bit. You see that dark line down there to the left? Yeah, there goes my finger. Right over there. If you look down there, we were just hiking down there maybe an hour or two ago. We tried to cross that crevice. Well, so get a load of this. We decided to try to take a shortcut, and well, you know how shortcuts end up. You know what they say about those, right? So that shortcut ended up being not so short after all. We ended up having to backtrack a little bit. That ravine doesn't look too much from here, but I mean, it was at least 30, 40 feet deep. It was just too deep to scramble through. But we found a couple cattle trails. But long story short, we ended up, the road we took was overgrown. It was really bad, full of these little stickers, and that ravine was deep, so kind of put us out of the way a little bit. But nothing really stops us. So we made it up here. We actually made it to the strip mine. So this crevice that you see up here, this was some type of strip mine. I don't really know what it is. I mean, if somebody could kind of help fill me in. But up here, there's this really beautiful, clear-looking crystal. Check that out, you guys. Looky here, looky here, looky here. Do you see that? So, does anybody know what this is? I don't know that it's quartz. I mean, I don't really know what it is, but if you see here, sorry, my fingers are kind of dirty. If you see here, it has this weird kind of structure to it, and when you rub your finger along it, it's almost sharp, almost like it wants to cut your finger. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's this really beautiful, brilliant stuff. We found it before. It occurs in a layer that has this dark, it almost looks like ash. I don't know if it's ash or not, but it looks similar. So if anybody knows what that is, it'd be great if someone can fill us in. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys how this crystal is occurring. Sorry, it's really windy where we're at. But do you see how this crystal, look, it's like sharp. It's like these sharp shards coming out of the ground. It's in this dark layer in this crevice. Does anybody know what this stuff could be? It's like a clear, kind of sharp crystal. It feels like it's going to cut your fingers if you run your fingers on it. And it's basically see-through with like layers. I don't know that it doesn't really look like mica, but I don't know. If somebody knows what it is, please chime in. Well, we made it to at least most of the distance up. We're in this pretty large valley. I think that's some marble. It almost looks like, at least when we get closer to it, I'll do another video. But this is an old road, an old mining road, and you can actually see the mining complex. And I think I can see even from here what look like tailings piles on the side of this mountain. I've read about the existence of at least um, 8 to 12 mines in this area. The last recorded industrial activity in this area was back in the 1960s. I think 1960 to be exact. And there hasn't been any more activity since. And since then, this is actually, there are no open claims here any longer. But beautiful place. Well, here is our setup for our backpacking trip. Unlike most of the camping we've been doing for the past month or so, we're actually doing some backpacking. Oh, and there goes the machete. But we always bring these battery-powered LED lights with us to kind of light up our campsite, and those lights inside the tent, those are just headlamps, as well as the headlamp on my head. Tonight, we're probably about 9 miles from the nearest road, and probably even further from the nearest person. I guess unless someone is just lurking in the woods around us, which I really hope not, but I doubt it. But it was a really long hike getting here. It was, I think, a 1,800-foot elevation gain, and it took a long time. Our packs were really heavy, so it was quite an undertaking today. Or well, sorry, you all. I need to stop saying but tonight it's actually supposed to be pretty cold. According to the weather, we're anticipating about 31 degrees in the lower elevations. So where we're at right now, probably in the 20s. But we have our cold weather sleeping bags, and we're pretty well prepared. We have batteries for days, a firearm, a machete, knives, bear spray, quite a few different things in here to defend ourselves with, because we are a long ways from anybody. The mining road we took tonight or today, it was so washed out that you wouldn't even be able to get, I don't think, any kind of vehicle up it. It's so narrow in parts. It's so eroded. But as you see, it's extremely dark out here where we're at. There's my headlamp. It's actually quite peaceful out here. Oh, check this out, you all. We found, I think it's a bear skull. Look at those teeth. Wow. Hope we don't run into any tonight. But we collected a whole ton of firewood, so we should be pretty good for tonight. Well, since I've been doing a couple of reviews, why not, right? So we got this Adventure Mills granola with milk and blueberries at the store, and I think I picked it up for like $7, something like that. But so after trying a few of these, I'm always, a little skeptical. We tried this one brand with like, I think it was sausage and pasta, and it was pretty bad. It made cup of noodles look really good. But anyhow, so let's take a look inside. It actually has whole blueberries. I was kind of surprised to see whole blueberries in there. It's like a granola, oats, milk, blueberries kind of concoction. I shouldn't call it that. A mixture. So I guess I'll let you know how it is here in a second after we eat it. And well, if I don't make another video, I guess you all know why. So check it out, you all. We made it over here to the mining area, and look, there's so that structure. There's that old cabin there. And just as a note, we've seen a heck of a lot of bear scat. And on that note, that that blueberry and granola with milk was actually pretty good. It kind of reminded me of slightly soggy cereal, but it was actually good. It was good. We'll definitely get it again. But yeah, check out these old structures here. So there's lots of old remnants here, lots of old cans. We've seen lots of these old structures around here. That little piece of purple glass, like a little part of a drinking glass or something, right? Wow, this is actually a pretty good sized cabin. I won't lie, I sure wouldn't mind having a home right over here. Check this out. This one's just pretty much all ruins, but or something. Yeah, just old ruins. Nothing too exciting. Wow, so check that out. There's like an old tin of presumably sardines with the little can or the little top rolled back. Too cool, right? So here's another cabin that I just stumbled across. But first, look at these old bottles, old cans. Pretty old stuff there. But let's look at this cabin. Oh, look at that old iron container. So one of the other things we've been doing today is actually picking piñon. We've actually found quite a few, but look at these ruins of this old can there. Wow, too cool, right? This is one of our favorite things to do, is just to mill around old remnants and kind of see if there's anything left, which not much in this case. Look like some old bottles. Let's see what we can see over here. Anheuser bottles. I don't know how old these are, but maybe what, 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s? I have no idea. Old iron stake. Lots of remnants. Lots and lots of remnants. Some cool stuff though. Really cool stuff. Where we're at right now actually kind of looks like nobody's been here in months. Very long time. Which is always really cool to come across places like this. Well, look what we found here. So I just found this little pipe into the ground. Wasn't too sure. Like, see, this thing doesn't move, doesn't even budge. And check this out. Whenever you drop a rock down this thing. All right, listen. Holy cow. Pretty cool. So does anyone have any thoughts on that? Is that perhaps an old well? Or maybe is it an old, I don't know. I mean, my money is on a well, but this was a pretty big well. Listen again. Pretty cool, right? And look, already finding some azurite. Look at that. All right, so hey, if anyone knows what this is, please let me know. Please do chime in. Is this just a capped well? We made it to these old ore bins. This is another, presumably, lots of probably historic wood here. Check out that cone over there. Pretty cool, right? So I know I've featured this in one of my other videos, but we decided to come back here just to take a look, see if we could find anything. Pretty cool though, right? Does anyone know what these cones were used for? If so, please do chime in. There's loose. Goodness, over here we have seen a ton of bear activity over here. Just a ton of it. So we're definitely trying to be careful over here. But, oh look, this is the one with the old dates on that. Check that out. I featured this in one of my other videos, but here it goes again. Cool, right? Lots of old machinery here, or old remnants of the past. Well, we made it up to the mine site again, but so we explored most of it today, but I still kind of feel like, I kind of feel like some of these mines may have been covered over, collapsed, whatever the case may be. But regardless, there are some really nice pieces of azurite, malachite. Check that out. Oops. Pretty cool, right? Let me flip this one over. There we go. Yeah, pretty cool, right? That's So we've at least found some really good samples today. There's this whole blasted out area that we're exploring in right now. It's a pretty big area. This mine, or this mine site, I don't really know that there's anything left of any actual underground mines. There's a lot of remnants, though, otherwise. A lot of remnants of old industry. So it's definitely interesting. Just not quite what we were looking for, or at least hoping to find, but I'm sure we'll come back again. Just wanted to show you guys what they were looking for here. There's actually better pieces down at the bottom, but cool nonetheless. You can actually see all the striations on the rock above. Pretty cool. This is the actual top part of the old mine site. You can see where it was all cut out, and right here where I'm standing at, it was completely leveled out. But here's the best part. How could anybody get any work done with a view like that? Cameras never do it justice. Never, ever, ever. Hey everyone, just wanted to say we pretty much wrapped up our trip, and we are now on our way back down to the car. A long ways down, but we'll get there eventually. But hey everyone, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking. I appreciate it. If you all have any suggestions, most certainly give them. If anyone knows about some really good dehydrated hikers food, that would be nice to know too. But thanks again.